Najarian.
Here.
Sinanian.
Here.
Mayor Garpetian.
Here. Roll call for the housing.
Authority members Agajanian, Garcia,
Here.
Garpetian,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Karazian,
Here.
Sinanian,
Here.
Chair Devine.
May we have your report,
The
please?
agenda for the February 20th, 2018 joint public meeting of the City Council and the Housing Authority was posted on Friday, February 16th, 2018 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next?
Before you is Director of Community Development regarding execution of an affordable housing agreement and agreement to lease real property for a proposed affordable senior housing project on Housing Authority-owned land at 5th Street and Sonora Avenue. 1A is City Council resolution making findings for the lease of real property to Link Core Housing Partners Glendale Limited Partnership. B is Housing Authority motion approving the fiscal year for 2014-15 through fiscal year 17-18 home action plan. C is Housing Authority resolution authorizing Executive Director to execute an affordable housing agreement and agreement to lease real property with Link Core Housing Partners Glendale Limited Partnership. D is Housing Authority resolution appropriating $1,814,056.
Ms. Beers?
Mr. Mayor, yes, thank you. We're going to go to Mike Fortney, who will give you a very brief presentation on this item. Just a brief overview. Thank you,
Okay,
Mike.
sure. Housing Authority Chair Devine, Housing Authority Board members, City Council members, Mike Fortney, I'm the Housing Project Manager. So this project's been before you several times now. It's a 66-unit project. It's going to be reserved for seniors, very low and low-income seniors, between 30 and 60% area median income. We're going to break ground very soon. We're trying to set a date. So the action you're taking today to approve the affordable housing agreement really just kind of seals in all the term points that we've been talking about for, over a year now, I think it's been. So with that, we will look at closing March 5th. That means all the financing will go into the project and we'll be ready to break ground. The city motion or the city resolution is kind of an old holdover from redevelopment. We bought the land with redevelopment funds, so we have to make findings that are in the resolution that it's appropriate to lease, long-term lease, or sell land at below market rate. And with the affordability covenants on the property, that's the justification. And then the rest is the AHA and the lease agreement. One thing that has changed that might be of significance, the lease term has to be minimum 55 years, and that's what we've talked about. We extended that to 75 years on this project. It's not the first time we've done it. Veterans Village has a 75-year term also. But the affordability covenants will be in place those full 75 years as well. And the reason we did it is you have to show that the loan, remember the $9.3 million we're putting into this project is a loan, not a grant. But we have to show that it can be paid off. It'll be paid off through residual receipts, but we had to extend the term to 75 years in order to show that we can do that. So that's the one significant change. The only other slight change that you hadn't heard of before this report was Link and Core had committed to building the project to LEED Platinum standards. They are still committed to building to the same standards they committed to, but when they committed it, later LEED has upped its ante, and so LEED Platinum is the equivalent. LEED Platinum then is the equivalent of LEED Silver now, and it would be quite a cost burden to go to LEED Platinum 4.0 now. So really those are the only two changes to the project since I was in front of you last.
Okay. Any questions?
I have a question. They submitted twice in March 17 for the tax credit and in July, right?
Yeah.
Both were 9%?
Yes, they applied in March 2017 for the tax credits, 9%. They didn't get it. At the time, the Housing Authority was only contributing land, which was valued at $6.6 million. So their tiebreaker wasn't as competitive as it needed to be to get the award. They then came back to us and said, here are some options in terms of range of dollars. The higher option would be almost a shoe-in to get the tax credits. We gave them that money, or committed that money to the project, and our tiebreaker was enough in July to win.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, Mike, once again, how many units?
66 units. 65 will be restricted. One will be a manager's unit.
For the manager. And, you know, the 75-year lease and 75-year affordability covenant, these buildings are multifamily buildings that are now being built, do they have a shelf life? How long do they last? Are they intended to last in perpetuity, or do they have,
Yeah, I would go so far
Wondering.
as in perpetuity, but they're certainly more than 100 years, I would hope.
okay,
Yeah.
so they're meant to last longer than 100 years?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I failed to mention, if you would, failed to mention, we are also swapping out some low mod dollars for home funds to the tune of $1,814,506. I failed to mention that earlier. The reason we're doing that is low mod funds are much more flexible than home funds. So whenever you have an eligible project or a project that's eligible for home funds, you want to put those home funds in it. We have more than enough home funds to cover that amount. And then the second failing to mention was the action plan amendments that we are asking you to approve as well. So we have to amend the action plans in order to get the home funds committed to this project.
So the amendment is the swap of the funds?
Exactly right.
Okay, that's it, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I have one card. Monica Mahia.
Good afternoon. I'm Monica Mejia, and I'm with Link Housing. I'm one of the two nonprofits that are jointly developing the property. And I wanted to thank you very much for your commitment to affordable housing. We're really looking forward to starting construction and building 66 apartments for seniors in this community. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I may, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to Link completing the project. On paper, it looks amazing in terms of the addition to the city, and sort of the influx of low-income housing to our housing market is great. It's fantastic. I think our residents are expecting this and will be very, very happy. Mike, what happens to the current 4 residences that are being demolished?
There are 5.
Five.
There's
Okay,
a single-family home and 4 bungalows.
And those were low income as well, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yes. So are they going to be receiving units from this building, or have they been relocated to other low-income housing?
So there's only one household out there that would be age eligible for the
That's
project.
correct.
And so she would be eligible to relocate back into the project once it's built. But they're all being permanently relocated, and we're working on that now.
But they're being relocated to other low-income housing? I'm just
Yeah,
trying to-
one's moving to Florida.
Oh.
One may be buying a mobile home, and others are moving to other places. The Housing Authority, particularly with the home funds, has a pretty generous relocation package.
I see.
There is one that's on Section 8, and it's been very challenging to find that one, a Section 8 unit in Glendale,
Yeah.
in the neighborhood that she likes. We've been working very hard to try to find her a place. Still haven't secured hers yet, but all the rest seem to be in pretty good shape.
I'm sure you'll find something. Yeah, the reason I was asking, I was wondering if any of them are going to be part of the 65 units or not. I guess they're not.
Potentially one could.
Potentially
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah.
Okay.
We have,
so we're still looking at 64 new units on the market,
Yes.
which is great. Potentially 65.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question for Monica Mejia. When we first talked about Link being involved in this project, you mentioned the possibility of buying the property next door to perhaps construct more units. Did you move forward on that at all, or?
I am not certain if that particular property has been willing to sell to us yet. I know that we are definitely interested in doing more affordable housing in Glendale, and I know we've been looking for opportunities.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there a motion for this item?
I'll move
Need
the
a-
item.
Sorry, we need council motion on, at 1A and housing authorities at 1B, C, and D.
So I'll move for council.
1A. Is there a
1A.
second?
Second, and for the authority?
Roll call, please.
For the council, council members Agajanian, Devine,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Sinanian.
Yes.
Mayor Garpetian.
Yes.
I'll move for the authority. 1A.
1B, C, and D.
1B, C.
1BC and D.
Second.
Second, roll call, please.
Authority members Agajanian, Garcia,
Yes.
Garpetian,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Barazian,
Yes.
Divine, Sinanian,
Yes.
Chair Devine.
Okay. I think that's our last item. Is there a motion to adjourn from council?
So moved.
Second.
Housing Authority,
So moved.
Second.
you're adjourned.
Okay, call to order the February 20th special meeting of the Glendale City Council. May we have a roll call, please?
Council members Agajanian, Devine,
Here.
Najarian,
Here.
Sinanian,
Here.
Mayor Garpetian.
Here.
The agenda for the February 20th, 2018 special public meeting of the City Council was posted on Friday, February 16th, 2018 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. Before you is Director of Community Development regarding intention to suspend activities and not levy assessments within the Adams Square Business Improvement District. 1A is a resolution confirming the intention to modify activities within the Adams Square Business Improvement District and suspending assessments for the calendar years 2018.
Okay. Do we need a report on this? I mean, we did talk about it. Do we need
No,
any
you
more
can move on.
information?
I'll move the item.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Agajanian, Devine,
Yes.
Najarian,
Yes.
Sinanian,
Yes.
Mayor Garpetian.
Yes.
A motion to adjourn and a second.
Motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
We are adjourned. I'm going to call to order again the February 20th meeting of the Glendale City Council. May we have a roll call, please?